Super Street Fighter 4 was a huge addition to the original release, with rebalancing, a bunch of new fighters, and in my opinion a better online experience. And recently the Arcade Edition DLC was released, sporting 4 new characters, fixing more balance issues, and for the first time PC users can now play Super Street Fighter 4. And that's the version I'll be talking about today, the PC version. Though Xbox and PS3 users, some of this information does partake to those versions as well. As per norm, Super Street Fighter 4 boasts some beautiful graphics. Characters are very detailed and the backgrounds always have something going on to keep it from looking like a simple static wallpaper. But with the PC version, you can boost these graphics with a bunch of different graphic details. Anti-aliasing, high-quality shadows, high particles, anisotropic filtering, and when maxed out completely, this game is gorgeous, and is easily the most eye-catching of all the different versions of the game. Gameplay-wise, it doesn't really feel like too much has changed. All the gameplay mechanics are the same, but some combos with characters no longer work as they should, but those are few and far between. However, the new characters are easily some of the best in the game, especially Yun. Yun does a ton of damage very fast, and it's actually very easy to link a couple of his target combos together and do a ton of damage. He's easily one of the top tier characters in the game. Online gameplay is tricky. With the PC version, your connection will depend on 2 things: the signal bar telling your internet connection, but also a benchmark rating on the side. Anyone I've played with a benchmark below A has caused a severely laggy game. Button input lag as well as the frame rate just going nuts. Low connection speeds also add to the fact, but alone it can be just a little bit of a button delay or just a little bit of visual stuttering. Nothing too bad. But when we come to the actual Arcade Edition content, it's clear that some stuff was skipped. Now, each new character has the animated intro and ending to their story modes as per norm in Street Fighter 4. However, the titles and icons that unlock as you'd use the characters are unlocked the instant you start the game, leaving less to unlock. Also, there are no trial modes for any of the new characters. The game even tells you that the arcade content isn't even compatible with trial mode, and it reverts to standard Super Street Fighter 4 while you play through. There's also some hardware issues with Super Street Fighter 4 for the PC. A lot of high-end keyboards, wireless keyboards, and some keyboards with even more than just standard button sets aren't supported by the game at all. My keyboard is one of these, and I had to plug in an Xbox 360 controller just to get past the first menu. But on top of having to use only certain controllers with the title right now, you simply cannot customize your buttons at all. As of the time of this review, there's been no patch made to keep the game from crashing when customizing your button configuration. These are known issues, showing up on Capcom Unity on their front page. And the last big issue right now is that PC users who didn't buy it through Steam are being limited to the demo version of the game due to the DRM they have installed. Without a constant internet connection, you're limited to 15 characters and only a couple of modes, and you can't play online. Those who bought a version not on Steam for the PC is more than likely unable to play a majority of the game due to a programming error with the DRM, but they are working on a patch. So in short, this is really just Super Street Fighter 4, but for the PC. There's no radical changes, just a few new options, plus the arcade DLC. If you like Super on the Xbox or PS3, it's going to be the same here, except you can adjust the graphics to look much better than its console counterparts. The DLC of Arcade Edition I feel was a bit rushed, however, with no contextual dialogue and no trial mode, and the characters are seriously a bit too strong, and I dare say they might need to even nerf a bit of them, especially Yun. So to close up here, I'm going to give 2 scores. One for Super Street Fighter 4 PC, which I will give an 8 out of 10. It's still a great game no matter what it's played on, but the PC version has some issues that need to be addressed and patched as soon as possible. The arcade, however, I'm only giving a 6. The new characters are nice and their story modes are kinda cool, but they're just too powerful, along with the trials to learn the characters being missing. If they were rebalanced and those trials were added, I could see the score being a little higher. But until that happens, be aware, the new characters online will kick your ass.